very soon.
Hello, I'm Scott Bogie here with your Cage Warriors 188 winner, Maximus.
Yes.
How does it feel after you getting that stoppage in the first round?
It feels great, bro. Obviously a lot of hours put in, a lot of work put in. But just to be able to make my debut on home soil for Ian Dean, the guys at Cage Warriors, to give me the opportunity to do that, I had to go out there and I expected it. You know what I mean? I can't lie to you. It was when I was going to get the finish. You know what I mean? Obviously I'm going out to a sold out RDS. I want to go out there and I want to finish guys. I want to finish guys, fight the best, and that's what Cage Warriors are providing for me. So super grateful for it. Yeah.
And you've never been out of the first round. So that just shows your level. Is that you're better than all these guys. You don't even need to get to the second round.
Listen, like if I see a finish, I'll go for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not here to try get decisions or whatever like that. I know. No road is ever straight. There's going to be its twists and turns. That's MMA. That's the sport. It can be relentless and unforgiving. So I'll enjoy the highs, but I'll also enjoy the lows when they come. You know what I mean? I won't take anyone too much into account. I'll be back in. Lots of the guys in the gyms in SPG Charlestown, SPG Nice, all them guys have fights coming up. You know what I mean? So I'll be back in the gym next week to help them with their preparations, like they have done for me this camp.
And how is it that now that Cage Warriors have now kind of like settled and resolved that beef with SPG? And they're now allowing fighters to fight on their cards again.
It's great. My coach Owen has fought the Cage Warriors banner. And I've grew up watching Cage Warriors. You know what I mean? I grew up watching Conor fighting Cage Warriors. I've grew up watching so many great Irish fighters make their way and put themselves in a position to be the top guys in Europe. And all I'm doing is I am following a path of gladiators and warriors that have walked this path before me. You know what I mean? So it was obviously it's amazing. I haven't seen a card as stacked as this on Irish soil in a very long time. The place is on wheels, so it was great to be a part of it.
And that just shows how big MMA is in Ireland. That they're coming here and they're selling out the arenas.
Yep.
The fans are backing their fighters, getting to the arenas early. It was packed from the number one fight.
Yeah.
And it just shows how much Dublin, in particular, has for their local fighters.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's where the phrase comes, the fighting Irish, always respect an Irishman, the Celtic Warriors. We have fighting blood in us, I have fighting blood in me, and have another 20 years of fighting left in me, you know what I mean? So, I'm looking forward to getting through them 20 years all the same, but, obviously to be out in that crowd, to just take it all in, you know what I mean? It's undescribable, it's I don't know if any other MMA fighters feel like it, but it's an addiction, it's an adrenaline rush. And I get addicted to that walk, and I get addicted to stepping into that cage every single time,
And obviously your ability has been picked up by the UFC featherweight champion. You sparred with him out in Thailand.
Yes.
He then invited you to finish his training camp for Lopez.
Yes.
How does that feel to be able to train with one of the best featherweights in the world?
Obviously, more so just super grateful for the opportunity, what Alex might have saw in me when I was training with him. Obviously thought I was a good fit for the camp. And just to be able to get over there with him for 4 or 5 weeks and just be able to pick his brain, you know what I mean? I was just trying to be like a sponge over there. They have a great stable of featherweight fighters out there, so I was getting great training day in and day out, and the preparation was perfect leading up to this fight. Alex was super accommodating with helping me train, do my cardio sessions and sparring sessions for my fights, you know what I mean? So he's a gentleman inside and out the cage. I have so much respect and admiration for him. He's a great guy, and I was super happy to see him get the business 2 weeks ago.
And you are young. You're 21 years old.
Yes.
You don't have to rush your career, but when are you looking to get back into the cage?
I'd like to get something in the summertime. July, August maybe. That'd be ideal for myself. And then obviously they're going to have to come back to the RDS at some stage. I'll jump on that as well.
It's being announced end of the year.
Yes, so 100%, and I'll be straight on that.
And how are you celebrating this win?
To be honest, actually I have to check on my phone, but go to a Chinese, get the L4 and one with chicken balls. The usual, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. I'll probably stay up and watch Ian Gary fight tonight. And yeah, go back to the gym on Monday. There is no celebrating. You know what I mean? Like, as I said before, this is a twisty road. There's going to be good times and there's going to be bad times, you know. So I don't try taking in too much or celebrate too much. I'll be back in the gym next week, just perfecting my craft and getting going again, you know.
Well, we can't wait. You definitely deserve that, Chinese.
Thank
can
you,
go
brother.
and with that, hopefully that £5,000.
Yes, hopefully.
You can see Ian Gary batter Prates.
Yes,
and then
it.
we'll see you in London time in June, July.
My man, legend, brother. Thank you.
Remember, Ian Dean, get him on that London card. You'll not miss out.
Yes.